Hey guys, how is it? We are moving slightly away from our regular two odds prediction to the corner kick market. There's a lot of value in the corner kick market because every game produces corners. Isn't that interesting? So a game might not produce goals, but it's definitely going to produce corners. And if you do the maths well, you use the right data, and you realize that you can easily come up with teams that can produce 7.5 to 8.5 corners in every game. Okay, because there isn't a single game that you don't have the ball go out at the corner. Okay, and if the teams have very good wingers, then the teams can do a whole lot of corners. So let's get started. But before we get started, I would like to say something. It would be best if you use 1xBet betting app for the corner kick market. The reason is they allow you to bet on even 5.5 corners. So a team to do over 5.5 corner kicks, they allow that. They even allow you to bet on even, I think, over 3.5 corner kicks, even over 4.5 corner kicks for a whole game, which is great. So I would encourage you to use 1xBet. Sportybet is equally fine, but I think 1xBet would be best for the corner kick market. So the first fixture we have for you is Fulham versus Chelsea. And what we are, especially when you look at Fulham, you see that in their last 5 matches, they have averaged a minimum of 5 corners. And what you need for these type of fixtures is you need a home team that can average a minimum of 4 to 5 corners in a game, or a away team that can do so. So Fulham, when they played Norwich, Fulham single-handedly did 15 corners. When Fulham played Crystal Palace, Fulham did 3 corners. When Fulham played Man City, Fulham did 5 corners. When Fulham played Tottenham, Fulham did 3 corners. So they average a minimum of 5 corners every game. Chelsea too, when Chelsea played Brighton, Chelsea did 5 corners. When Chelsea played Aston Villa, Chelsea did 5 corners. When Chelsea played Bournemouth, Chelsea did 7 corners. When Chelsea played Nottingham Forest, Chelsea did 7 corners. So these are 2 teams that do corners, which is really good. So we are predicting Fulham Chelsea that this game will produce over 7.5 corners, and the odd is 1.28. The next game is from the Finland Division 1, TPS versus EIF. When you look at TPF's last 5 games, you see that they have averaged a minimum of 5 corners, which is great. EIF as well has averaged a minimum of, I think, 6 to 7 corners when they play as well. So TPS, when they played HIFK, they did 7 corners. When they played SJK, they did 5 corners. When they played Nistan, they did 5 corners. When they played Mikkeli, they did 5 corners, which is great. EIF as well, when they played SJK, single-handedly did 12 corners. When EIF played Mikkeli, single-handedly did 5 corners. They also single-handedly did 6 corners against HIFK. And also against KPL, they single-handedly did 5 corners. So these are 2 teams that do corners. And we are tipping that these 2 teams will produce over 7.5 corners at odds of 1.22. The next game we have for you is from the Italy Serie A, and it's Fiorentina Cagliari. When you look at Fiorentina's last 5 games, you can see this is a corner kick team. So when they played Frosinone, they single-handedly did 10 corners. Fiorentina against Udinese single-handedly did 3 corners. When Fiorentina played Genk, they single-handedly did 4 corners. When Fiorentina played Atalanta, they single-handedly did 3 corners. So this is nothing but amazing. Cagliari too, when they played Milan, Cagliari did 3 corners. When Cagliari played Atalanta, Cagliari did 7 corners. When Cagliari played Udinese, Cagliari did 4 corners. When Cagliari played Bologna, Cagliari did 2 corners. So what that means is that Cagliari averages a minimum of 3.5 to 4 corners in their games. So combined, we are predicting that these 2 teams will do over 7.5 corners at odds of 1.20. The next game we have for you is Sassuolo versus Monza. And when you look at Sassuolo's record, you see that Sassuolo does a lot of corners. They've averaged a minimum of 6 to 7 corners whenever they play. Against Inter Milan, Sassuolo did 6 corners. Against Inter Milan, again, they did 6 corners. Against Frosinone, they did 6 corners. Against Verona, they did 10 corners. Monza, too, does corners. They average a minimum of 7 corners in their game. So against Bologna, Monza did 7 corners. Against Lazio, Monza did 3 corners. Against Leeds, Monza did 10 corners. And against Atalanta, Monza did 3 corners. So this is quite impressive. So they average a minimum of 4 to 5 corners in their matches. And that's why we're predicting that this match will see over 7.5 corners at odds of 1.28. The next game is Torino-Verona from the Italy Serie A. So when you look at the fixture, you see that Torino has, in their last 5 matches, has averaged a minimum of 4 corners in their last 5 matches. So they do corners. Okay. So when Torino played Lazio, they did 2 corners. When Torino played Roma, they did 7 corners. Salernitana, they did 2 corners. Against Genoa, Torino did 4 corners. Verona, on the other hand, too, also averages about 2 to 3 corners in their games. So against Atalanta, they did 1. Against Milan, 3. Bologna, 3. Sassuolo, they did 1 corner. So what are we predicting? We are predicting that this match will see over 5.5 corners at odds of 1.22. So combined, you have your 2 odds for the corner market. And I would encourage you to use 1xBet, because 1xBet allows you to bet on over 5.5 corners, even over I think 4.5 corners as well. But these matches are sure to happen, and these corners too are sure to happen as well. So like this video, leave your comments. I do appreciate positive comments, and subscribe to the channel, and see you guys tomorrow.